buddies. Today is Wednesday, and forgive again for sinuses, but this is Midwest weather, so this is what we get. I had a wonderful evening last night reading so many of your comments. I had my first YouTuber oops. I posted a video, but apparently about around minute 11 it started echoing, so I had to pull it down and restart. There's a kid coming through the door. Hold on. Every time I say hold on, we're just gonna walk through this one. He's gonna keep moving. I'm not gonna react. Anyway, as I was saying, I had an oopsie. So thank you all who let me know that there was an error in the video and that I needed to correct it. I was able to pull it down. The raw data wasn't on the unit that I used to create the video, so I was able to splice it all back together, and I even had the opportunity to do some bonus footage, and I added a little bit of the crocheting that I was able to do yesterday morning before my daycare got started, and that really kind of made me smile. I loved reading all your comments and hearing from each of you, both positively and encouragingly, as you told me that that needed to be corrected. I appreciate you for that. As I said, today is Wednesday. It's a daycare day. It's an interview day. That means get up early, get myself started, try to get some videoing done for this video before the daycare kids arrive, and then I have that interview. After that's done, and somewhere in between, if the nap times are successful, then I will be editing and uploading this video. You might notice today is a little bit different for me in the sense that I have this big pillow in front of me. This pillow is not just my comfort pillow because it is so comfortable. It really is. But it is also intentional because I can put my elbows up. I can hold my pattern very close to me. And when I'm ready to, I can put my crochet up here and crochet along as I need to without the stress and strain of my elbows hanging too low or my hands sitting too high or whatever. So it's kind of like a boppy. I am more regal in size than your average boppy girl, so I needed something a little bit bigger, and I was able to find this on Amazon. I'd love to put a link for you, but unfortunately I haven't been able to find this since I purchased it. I was gonna buy a second one, and the manufacturer no longer listed it, so it's not even available. If I can find something comparable at a reasonable price, because to me $50 for a pillow is not reasonable. Not for this, not to me. Now what works for your budget, that's for you. For me, Michelle's gonna do a steal and a deal real quick. Gotta be inexpensive, gotta be reasonably priced, because at the end of the day, it's not going to last forever. It's a pillow. It's going to deflate, even with washing and gentle care and all of those other wonderful things. In my house, I have 2 dogs. Somebody's gonna try to adopt that pillow real quick. And my dogs aren't youthful, so Lord only knows what may happen. With that said, let's move on. Yesterday I had the opportunity to share my gratitude moment with you. Today I would like to share something a little bit different. It is a positive affirmation, and as I remember to, I will try to do that with you on the days that I create a video. Today's affirmation comes from Barbara Haynes Howitt, and it says, just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she became a butterfly. And that's kind of appropriate for me today. I have spent more than 30 years off and on as a child care provider. I've spent more than 30 years as a mom. And now all of a sudden, I get to add a new title to my resume of life, and that is one of new YouTuber. That's scary, but not so scary. I love watching all of the people that we see in the YouTube streets, not just in the creative format of crochet. I do watch some knitters, though not many, or whatever fiber art that I might be interested in the moment. I watch all types of people on that format, from entertainers to, you know, people who disseminate information, to people who talk about cooking, to people who talk about their lifestyle, whatever the situation, family dynamics. I like it all. I'll admit it. I'm a bit of a gawker when it comes to some of those things. I don't have the amount of time to watch as many as I would like to, of course. I don't think anybody who does a real life does have that kind of time. But I do, you know, for those I'm truly committed to, I do find the time to give them a watch, you know, leave a comment, and hopefully support them as much as I can. I am subscribed to a number of channels. Those, of course, are crochet related, because these are creators who have that opportunity available to me to say thank you for everything you do. I, you know, have worked a number of those particular creators' patterns, and they've worked out successfully, although now I'm learning that maybe we shouldn't call them patterns, we should call them recipes, because in some of our cases we take the basics of what they have given us and we tweak it ever so slightly so that it is no longer their pattern but ours. I, again, not a creator. I just look at something and go, oh, that's cute, but I wonder if I did X, Y, Z, how that would turn out. So that's where we are with that. This morning, again, we'll be working on that blanket that we were talking about yesterday. I did remember what I had put in timeout from Monday, and it was a top that I'm working on, that I'm reworking, because, again, you know, it was too big for me to wear, and I don't want to walk around in a top that literally could fall off of me at any second because it's too big. If you're wondering what this is a concoction that I put together from another YouTube video that I saw in the YouTube streets. And what it is a salve with a scent in it, because we're all about our scents. At least I am. I'm a scent girl. I like the way things smell. But this salve is because I'm working with yarn throughout the day. I also wash my hands a lot because of what I do, and my hands get very dry. So I wanted something that had beeswax and jojoba oil, and I forgot what the third item is that's in it, and essential oil. But the combination of it, I ran together, heated it up. I have multiple of these little containers, and then I have bigger containers as well of this particular ointment that I put on my hands. It allows me to crochet pretty fluidlessly and get my stitches through and done without the yarn tearing up my hands or catching on my skin or whatever the situation may be. If you have questions about that, by all means, leave me one in the comments below, and I'll either tell you about it or I'll tell you how to make your own. Heck, I might even try to send you some. I don't know. We'll see. We'll discuss, but not right now. Of course, today, coffee. Why not? It's Wednesday morning. Excuse me. Again, it is a protein shake because I'm not that big of a breakfast eater. I simply don't have the time. I am getting up. Once we finish making this video together, I am going to shoot into the house, make breakfast for my toddling client. My younger client eats cereal, so he's an easy peasy baby because he has no teeth. So, excuse me. I try to make sure that what is available for them is good and wholesome and healthy, but it's not necessarily appealing to me personally. So I get my protein in, I get my coffee in, and I make sure that I get in the nutrients that I need. I've already taken the morning meds, all the numbers are right, everything looks good. So It's going to be a great day. You'll forgive me if I'm not as talkative today, but today I really want to work on my crochet, so I'm hoping that I can videotape me crocheting and get that up into the video. I don't know how you guys felt about it yesterday. I did get some compliments about the music in my video, and I use Canva to edit my videos, and I have Canva Pro, so I was able to access the music links. They're not very long, so they do repeat, but I'm hoping to find some music that I can play in the background while I crochet. As I grow a little bit more, I'm happy to invest in Epidemic Sound, but before I do that, I'm going to make sure that my primary bases are covered, my bills are paid, and it's summertime, so I am seeing, just like everybody else, the extenuated electric bills and things like that. I have to keep my house at a certain temperature because it's not just for my personal comfort level, it is for the comfort level of my clients. So seeing a $350 electric bill isn't fun. And it isn't easy when you're the primary, income earner in your household. I can do it, but man, it wears on one's soul. Now, again, I live in the Midwest, and I'm sure that in other places, those bills are way worse than mine are. But I don't, I know what I can afford and what I can't afford. And Epidemic Sound is something that will come later. It won't happen tomorrow. So I'm appreciative of your patience as we do our little growing pains and get to know one another a little bit further. This is the strings of a bag that was given to me for my birthday. I was listening to one of our fellow creators talk about what their favorite type of yarn is. My favorite types of yarn, because it's more than one, are predominantly going to be acrylic. This past March, for the very first time, I had the opportunity to get to go to a local yarn store. I didn't even know we had a local yarn store. My idea of a local yarn store was Michael's or Joann's or Walmart. So when my friend Sue took me to the local yarn store here in our area, I was blown away. I got to see some of the yarns I had been hearing about from other creators. Forgive me, this isn't on, so I'm going to take this out of my ear. Excuse me. But while we were there, she was trying to encourage me to select a more expensive yarn. This was Malabrigo Rios, and I had seen it on another creator's channel. I was like, ooh, that's nice. And I knew what it was about, but when I saw the price, I was like, that's nice over there. And she was like, it's your birthday, pick the yarn. And I'm like, no, I don't have a project for it. That's way too expensive. If I don't pick enough of it, then I'm gonna need to come back and get more, and that won't be in my budget. And she said, well, pick a project. And I don't know about you all, but for me, making something for me isn't easy. I'm notoriously, in my head, I'm gonna make such and such for me. And then I'll see someone and think, oh, that would be cute for them. And I'll finish it for someone else. I'll start it out with, the plan to make it for me, but it'll end up, being given away to someone else. Or I'll wear it for a while. Like, I've made myself some ponchos that I still have and I still wear. But again, this is not, making yourself a luxurious scarf set. Or in this case, we ended up settling on a cowl that goes over the head. And she was like, well, make it for me, but make one for yourself. So I found a pattern that I really, really liked right there in the store. The first thing I did was grab my phone. Okay, here's a pattern. Bought it on Etsy. and knew how much yarn I was going to need. And I said, but it needs 2 colors. It can't just be 1 color. And she was like, well, okay. So she got the 1 color that was available. It didn't have the complementary color. I went on ahead and purchased the 2nd color. And that project is sitting off to the side. That is one of those, oh, I've got 15 minutes. Let me throw a few rows onto that. It's not it needs to be done right now. This is a priority. So that's being being worked up as we go along throughout the rest of this summer. I am hoping that this weekend I get to spend a lot more time just crocheting. And I'll film those things and share them with you. Again, the music background part of it will probably not be there, but we will have our crochet. We'll have our time together, buddy. So let's enjoy that. I am going to stop talking for now and simply crochet. I do hope that you're having a great day. Hopefully your weather is beautiful. It's medium muggy. It's not like sticky, icky, muggy outside today, but it's not cool and easy breezy, which is what I like. I'm a springtime girl, so I like the spring weather. I like being able to breathe through my nose, which is something I can't do right now, and I'm kind of missing that. But it's going to be a lovely day. It's going to be hot. This is the Midwest. It's going to be hot. It's going to probably be in the high 80s today in my area. So we will be indoors, and we will not be running out here for this, because this is not my weather. But I do hope wherever you are, you're able to get some time to do what you love to do, whether that's crochet or knit or needlepoint or just watch YouTube, indoors, outdoors, however you like to do it. I want to take a quick moment and say, hi, Mama Winch. Thank you. I love you. Send a shout out to Amber, because she's always right there, and I love her for that. I know Juan is in the background too, going, hi, Michelle. Yes, I ate. At least I hope you did. And for my other people who are watching and saying hello and doing all the wonderful YouTube-y things, thank you. To everybody, have a great day. Have some fun today. And I'll see you next time. Meanwhile, sit with me. I'll crochet for a while. Talk to you later. Bye.